Hello out there, distance learners. Week 18, a physical map, Africa. And I'll be honest with you, this might be my favorite country. If I could travel to one country right now, it would be Africa. I would love to go on an African safari. There is so many different animals that you can see. Every time I go to the zoo, I end up in the African section for way too long because they have such diversity and such cool animals that we just don't have here to check out in the wild. So that would be a dream vacation for me. So let's take a look at the physical map of Africa. Now, let's first back up. Here is the map of the world, and then we have an inset map here that shows us that we're working with this continent of Africa. And I might have said country of Africa. I do apologize. Africa is made up of many countries. It is a continent. Here's our compass rose. Not as flashy as last week. Here is our legend. We have major deserts. We have major mountain range. We have a highest peak and a major river to check out. Notice too that we have a Cape of Good Hope. We have not talked about a cape before. A cape is a point of land that extends into the ocean or sea. So here is a cape. We have the Atlantic Ocean to the west. We have the Indian Ocean to the east. Notice that we have a channel here as well. The Mozambique Channel is right there. They have the Zambezi River. What a bunch of beautiful names. Zambezi, that's fun to say. We have lakes. We have Mount Kilimanjaro, and that is the highest peak. And I know that that's the highest peak because that little symbol right there matches with the highest peak in our legend. Very cool. We have the Congo, the Niger, we have Lake Victoria, and the Nile River. I once had to do a report on the Victoria Falls, and so I will forever remember that. There's a beautiful waterfall that goes into Lake Victoria. The Victoria Waterfall is there as well. And then let's stop at this. Oh, let's maybe back up. We have the Straits of Gibraltar. Again, a nice little straight through there. We have the Mediterranean Sea, the Red Sea. We have the Gulf of Aden. So we have a lot going on here in Africa. The Gulf of Guinea. We have the Atlas Mountains, the Ethiopian Highlands, which is a mountain range. I know it's a mountain range because it has the diagonal lines, even though it doesn't say Ethiopian Mountains. It says Highlands. And so I had to use my skills of looking at my legend to know that those are mountains. We have the Kalahari Desert and the Namib Desert. I've never heard that word before. Namib Desert is right down to the south of Africa. Did you know the Nile River is the longest river in the world? So this river here is the longest river in the world. The Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world. And I say that because Antarctica is actually the largest desert. Kind of surprising, Antarctica, but it doesn't get it rain. And by definition, a desert has little to no rain. And so Antarctica is a desert, but it's a cold desert. So the Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert. And this area that it displaces here is about the size of the USA. This desert alone is the USA in size. So that's crazy to think about how big that desert is in Africa. Alrighty, I think I've got everything I needed to hit as far as the teaching points here. Maybe just a little bit here about the Nile River. It says that the Nile River is the largest river in the world. It flows more than 4,000 miles through Africa. So 4,000 miles is the length of that river. So otherwise, I think we've got everything on here as far as our book needs us to know. I'll be back with you for the links for each of the days of the week. Check out week 18, Africa.